You generally don't see professional Shadow Fiend players in the Chinese scene missing raises at all. So that caught me by surprise actually when he missed the raise here. But never mind that, I think Sentinel is still very much in deep trouble as we see the Scourge really pushing hardcore here. And I have to say this game hasn't been too exciting, but I mean, we can't lately there hasn't been too many exciting games for Dota, but I mean there's a lot of time still left in this game, so maybe ToT I mean maybe Deity could pull out something from their bag here of bags of tricks. But yeah, I apologize if this game hasn't been too entertaining, but I don't know, lately there hasn't been too many ever since after ESWC there hasn't been too many exciting Dota games. Not too sure if everyone was just not playing in tournaments, but with the RGC, you know, shaping up to be pretty well. Once RGC enters into the finals, it should be, you know, pretty well. And of course, MYM Pride defending, once that go into the final, should be, you know, we probably will see some exciting game for European European teams. And speaking of European teams, I haven't seen like MYM or, you know, Loss, or I mean of course they've been playing games, but I haven't seen them play any like tournaments. Of course, I don't think there's any tournaments in the Euro scene right now, so I guess that's why. Other than RGC and MYM, which is still in the preliminary stage, so there's not much going on as we see Scourge shining here. I'm gonna pull up the stats so you guys could see. I'm not gonna read it off for you guys because you guys can't see. But anyways, Dota commentary is looking for article writers, and if you're interested in writing articles for Dota commentaries, go on our main page. We do have a thread up, and you could read all about it. Basically, article writer is basically you write articles. I won't butcher the explanation. I do advise you to go to the thread and read it. I'll include a link on this portion of the commentary, and hopefully you guys are interested. As we see the Shadow Fiend picking up the Aegis here. And speaking of Drow Ranger, I haven't looked at her farm for a long time. She only has 62 creep kills compared to Shadow Fiend 112. Oh my god. So Shadow Fiend is like farming like a crazy man here. But Shadow Fiend, like I said earlier, you can never stop a Shadow Fiend farm. You know, 2 nukes this entire creep wave. I think that really needs a nerf a little bit, but whatever. Not too sure if you guys know Meepo has a nerf. Maybe it was 2 versions ago, or 1 version ago, or 3 versions ago, I forgot. But apparently now Meepo doesn't, it's proof at level 7. 2 Meepo doesn't clear entire creep wave, whereas 2 Shadow Raises from a Shadow Fiend clears a creep wave. That's kind of unfair, right? I mean, especially Meepo, considering Meepo is a hero that dies pretty easily. So I don't know, but I think if they do nerf Shadow Fiend, where 2 raises doesn't take off an entire creep wave, I don't think Shadow Fiend would be picked anymore. As we see a big gank going up on Kunkka here. Kunkka is being initiated upon. There will be a Frost Nova here, and they are gonna pick off Kunkka. Kunkka, wow, they actually threw an ultimate as well, and I think that's a horrible play by Lich here. Lich just hasn't been all too impressive, as we see. Oh, great silence! Global silence does go through BKB here, as the Lich gets picked off here, and a Shadow Fiend all gets absolutely no one here. But actually no, he did get Visage here, and we do see Shadow Fiend being picked off. He does have a Aegis here. The Visage get picked off. Storm is absolutely very low. He's gonna try to zip out here. He will be zipped. Let's see if there's a vacuum. No, there is no vacuum. But vacuum, by the way, does not pull you up from cliff or anything. And they definitely really wanted that bird, as that bird even gets hexed. I never knew you could hex. Oh yeah, actually, of course you can hex birds. Birds have hero classifications as units, if you know what I mean. So you can't like devour it, you can't, you know, enchant it from Enchantress, but you could definitely hex it. So there you go. And Shadow Fiend is going to pick up an ultimate. I mean, the reason that this Shadow Fiend is not going dagger, because that dagger is not really all too much needed, given that they do have the Darkseer vacuum placement. And of course, if the Shadow Fiend blinks in and the Storm Spirit, not the Storm Spirit, the Silencer presses Global Silence, that Shadow Fiend's gonna be caught out of, you know, in the center 5 heroes doing 0 damage, so he's gonna be in big trouble. So the dagger initiation from the Shadow Fiend is not gonna be too good here. So he's gonna skip skip it all together and go for Mantisar, which again I think is a great choice here. Of course, we do see the Darkseer going into the hood, and Kunkka did finish his Battle Fury. He's probably going to go into either BKB or Low Dark's Edge next. I don't think they do need the BKB, seeing how Sentinel is not very stun heavy. If you look at the Sentinel lineup, they have like 1 stun, Electric Vortex. They have 2 stun from the birds, but you can't really rely all too much on that. They just got like 1 or 2 stuns, and that's why I'm not too sure why even Shadow Fiend got the BKB. Of course, it's great for the health. You can never really depend on the other team not stunning you. So magic immunity is definitely not bad here. And but I definitely don't think Kunkka needs it. He's better off getting more damage here. But we'll see. I mean, without any stuns, like we could see just the Scourge team just having whatever they want, whenever they want, and they're gonna push this tower. And I think they can push the base tower as well. I think they will be going here. And let's see if there's gonna be nice combo from ToT here into some like invisible, like random torrents, and then into crazy vacuums here. And let's see, Wall of Illusion going off, so that will prevent enemies from coming up. And let's see if Darkseer is gonna be vacuuming them into that little wall here. But we do see Kunkka already expended his torrent, so they will have to wait a couple more seconds before torrent is cooldown. War Illusion is down. We see Darkseer running Ball Steep in. He torrents only 1 hero here, but they will pick up the Draw Ranger as soon as possible here. BKB ult going off. Ultimate, wow, not doing that much damage here, but they will pick off the Lich. I think Silencer is in trouble. No, Silencer will be okay. They will pick off the Storm Spirit. No, Storm Spirit, yeah, Storm Spirit picks off the Witch Doctor with the help of the Visage here. But other than that, I think the Sentinel is gonna be defeated at this point. They are expending a lot of the mana and HP resources from Sentinel. Blink Line coming in. Yeah, Blink Line was coming in earlier, but that Visage very, very tanky here. And that is that great thing about Visage is, if you notice, a lot of the carry in this version is they're tanky carries. The Medusa here, Shroud Ranger with his effective HP gain through the lifesteal, and Visage, you know, very tank heroes. And tank carry, I mean, it seems like Dota right now is turning into not who to kill each other faster, is who could outlast each other. Of course, having tankier hero does help here, but I mean, one problem about the Visage is that even though he's very tanky himself, he can't really help out his teammate all too much. And so you can see the Sentinel, they just basically the Scourge earlier in that team fight, they all jumped in, and they overkilled that Drow like crazy. I think there was a bolt on her, there was in the Finger of Death, and there was a Torn and everything. So they threw every spell at Drow Ranger. I mean that's really what you need to do against Drow Ranger, because you know she has True Shot Aura, she has a Silence, and she could be DPSing a lot here. And so we see Drow Ranger skipping the Helm of Dominator altogether and going for a BKB, knowing that the Scourge having so much stuns and initiation and everything here. You can't really depend on a Silencer, because Silencer's ultimate is I think a 4-minute cooldown, or it's a ridiculous cooldown. So you can't really depend on that ult every single fight here. Of course, the Silencer ult is online here. Nope. See, this is what I mean. 30 more seconds for Silencer ult. And that fight was a long time ago. As we see Scourge going on top lane this time. Not too sure why they're not persisting on the bottom lane. They have taken off a lot of HP on the bottom lane tower as well. But maybe they feel that since the creep wave is a little bit pushed, they'd rather try top lane as well. I have to say though, I don't think... I mean, I'm not too sure how much BKB will help that Drow Ranger, even if she got it. A lot of initiation from the Sentinel is, from the Scourge team, excuse me, is that they're pretty much instant. Like, the Torrent is going to be invisible initiation with the Vacuum. If you time it correctly, you're not going to able to BKB that. Of course, a Blink Hex from the line, you're not going to be dodging that with BKB either here. As we see the Lich, they're actually forcing the Sentinel back. They have juked out Shadow Fiend's BKB, so that's a pretty good play by the Sentinel team here. So without BKB here, the Sentinel team will defend pretty successfully here, because really you can't just run in with Shadow Fiend and ult. But if given the correct ship torn combo, they could get like an entire team wipe. Let's see how the Sentinel team plays out. But one thing about the defending uphill is that the silencer is such a great hero. And as we see, there we go, torn ship. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This game has so many like nice intro moments. If I ever make an intro about, you know, big torrents and ships and everything. And that was perfectly played. Perfectly played by ToT. I have to say ToT has been extremely impressive in their team play. And I guess that's pretty much what I expect from Chinese teams. So like that was a perfect initiation. Draw Ranger got X'd, and then like when Draw Ranger got X'd, that was the cue for the entire Scourge team. Just unleash your combo here. At the very worst, they will just get Draw Ranger. At best, they got the team wide like they just did right now here. And even if they just got the Draw Ranger, it wouldn't be too bad. And I think that's the entire strategy, anyways, for the Scourges, getting the Draw Ranger. If you do kill the Draw Ranger, that's no more True Shot Aura, no more Silence. And that's kind of a big deal in teamfight here. And so we see ToT gonna pick up the bottom racks as well. I'm just waiting for Deity to type out here, but generally Chinese team don't type out all too much unless they're really far behind. As we initiate initiation going on the line, extremely low, but they can't. No, did they pick off line? They did pick off line. I didn't even see who did it. And actually Shadow Fiend picking up a lot of damage. No. And this Visage, I mean, look at Visage. Visage is very tanky here, but only if Darkseer is not on the other team, that Iron Shell is gonna eat through his Gravekeeper cloak. But he does have birds here, and looks like Storm Spirit is gonna be going in. Storm Spirit just wasted a lot of mana on Kunkka. Kunkka is 2 more hits away. Oh no! Why did he turn around? I think he was safe if he ran just straight line back into the base. Not too sure why. But they, at the very least, they did waste a buyback from Storm Spirit. But I think at this point the game is pretty much decided. And so with that, I mean, I'm going to start going into the late game analysis here. I have to say the Scourge outpicked the Sentinel by so very much here. Storm Spirit, Silencer, Lich. I mean, these heroes aren't very good here. Consider these picks from the Sentinel team reminds me of Tauntaun School from TeamSpeak 3, who picks like 1 stun. The only thing good about these picks is that they're actually range heroes. And I mean, they lane pretty well, but I mean, putting him the Draw Ranger on the solo top lane wasn't a very smart thing, as we see Scourge going for the Roshan here. One thing, if you notice here, that Shadow Fiend uses mirror image from the Manta style, and you might be wondering, well, doesn't Roshan one hit kill, or doesn't Roshan have an aura that kills all image? Only if the image attack the Roshan. So for a little bit of a Dota trick for you guys that do have Manta style or have illusion rune and want those illusions to tank for you, basically you select your illusions and click on M. M in Warcraft is the move command, and if you click on M and click on Roshan, your illusions will basically follow the Roshan and stand right in front of them. So they're technically not attacking the Roshan, and since they're standing right next to Roshan, they will tank Roshan for you. So it's just a really nice little Dota trick. I think PGG was the first one that did it, so credit to PGG.